In today's session, we will go with all basic concepts. What do you mean by capital? Drawings means anything which is used for personal expenses. 5 lakh is your revenue after selling your furniture. What do you mean by assets and liabilities? If your income is more, expenditure is less, that is profit. In your accounting term, what is reserve? Capital reserve or specified reserve. Hello everyone, I am your Adarsh sir, lecturer in Vidyashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. So in the previous session we discussed about the advantages, limitations as well as the systems of accounting. Which are the systems of accounting? There are two. One is single entry system as well as double entry system of accounting. What do you mean by single entry? If the accounting information we are maintaining which are incomplete, we call it as single entry. Now whatever informations we have, properly we are recording in a separate books. That is called as double entry system of accounting. In today's session, we will go with all basic concepts like while doing your problems, as I told you in my first session, before taking driving license, we have to go for LLR. Under LLR, they will teach you what are the sign boards and for example, what is a red color, what is a orange, what is a green. Everything we will learn while taking LLR. But without LLR, if you drive also, you are incomplete. Why? Because you don't have the basic knowledge of traffic rules. Similarly, in accounting also, if you want to do accounting problems, if you want to do the accounting transactions, you should have the fundas of accounting, the basic terms of accounting. So while doing problems, you should not be biased that what is debtors, what is creditors, what is loss, what is gain. Those things we will understand in today's session. This session is very important. Why? Because in your upcoming classes or your coming classes, we will come across all these words, terms while doing your problems. We will understand one by one in today's session. So from this slide, we will understand what do you mean by assets and liability, revenue and expenses, as well as capital and drawing. First I'll go with capital and drawing, later will come for these two. First one, what do you mean by capital? Now, capital means your investment. Capital means your investment. Now, you are started a new business. For your business, you have invested 5 lakh. This is called as capital. It can be initial investment. It can be additional investment. What is additional investment? You started your business. After 2 years, you need some more investment. That is called additional investment. That is called as capital. Now, drawings. What do you mean by drawings? How much you are invested? We'll go back to the same example. You have invested 5 lakh. Out of 5 lakh, you need 50,000 for your personal expenses. Maybe your school fees payment or maybe some your household expenses. Out of 5 lakh investment, you have taken back 50,000. That 50,000 we call it as drawings. Drawings means anything which is used for personal expenses or household expenses, we call it as drawing. Clear? Yes. Now, this is all about your capital as well as drawings. Now, revenue and expenses. What do you mean by revenue and what do you mean by expenses? Now, revenue means you are running a business like furniture shop. Now, Your sales for the year means whatever the sold your furniture, your sales is some 5 lakh. For 5 lakh, what are your expenses? Your purchase cost, repair cost, assembling, labor cost, rent, electricity, everything. It may be 3 lakh. Now, 5 lakh is your revenue after selling your furniture. Before selling, you made some expenses. Those are called as expenses. You made some payments. Those payments only called as expenses. In this expenses, you may get direct expenses as well as indirect expenses. Direct means which are related to your furniture making. Indirect means indirectly involved, like your fuel expenses, your tax paid, whatever may be your depreciation, all comes under indirect expenses. Depreciation means decrease in the value of the asset. You purchased a bike for 2 lakh. After 1 year, it will become 1.5 lakh. That 50,000 we call it as depreciation. Because of usage of that bike, the value decreases. Like those comes under expenses. Revenue means what? Whatever the sold value, selling price, we call it as revenue. Expenses means what? To sell these goods, whatever cost incurred, we call it as expenses. From 5 lakh, if you minus 3 lakh, whatever 2 lakh you get, this is only your profit or net revenue. Clear? Assets and liabilities. What do you mean by assets and liabilities? In assets, we have two types, that is fixed asset and current asset. Fixed asset and current asset. In liability also we have two things. One is current liability as well as non-current liability. Current liability as well as non-current liability. Which are those? Now, I'll give you examples for fixed asset and current asset. In the later stage, I can explain you what is fixed and what is liability. Now, fixed asset examples are like your furnitures, your computer, your air condition, AC, all comes under fixed asset. What do you mean by current asset? Current asset means which are fluctuating. Like the simple example for current asset, your cash balance, your bank balance, your stock. Stock means what? Raw materials. If you are running your furniture shop, you have almost hundreds of furnitures which are still ready to sell. Those are called as stock. Whatever there in your shop, we call it as stock, which are ready to sell. So these are the examples for current asset. Just remember the examples, the concept as well as explanation. In the coming classes, I'll give it for fixed asset as well as liabilities, because you will prepare balance sheet. In the balance sheet, you have detailed explanation about what do you mean by assets and what do you mean by liability. So this is all about your asset. In asset, you have two types, fixed as well as current asset. Under fixed asset, the examples are computer, furniture. Examples for your current assets are your cash, bank and stock. Now we'll come for liability. Liability which are divided into two, current liability as well as non-current liability. What do you mean by current liability? What do you mean by non-current liability? Again, I'll give you only examples. The explanations will be done in the coming sessions. Now, examples for current liability. It may be your bills payable. Anything which is payable to outsiders, that comes under current liability. Outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses. Anything which is payable, not yet paid, is called as outstanding. Company has to pay salary to the employees, not yet paid. That comes under outstanding expenses. Now, what about non-current liabilities? Non-current liability like loans, long-term loans. The company has taken loan from bank for 5 years. That comes under non-current liabilities. So, this is all about your assets and liabilities, revenue and expenses, as well as capital and drawing. Capital means investment, drawing means taken back your investment for your personal use, for your household use. The next thing is debtors as well as creditors. One of the major thing to understand. I'll go with a small example so that easy to understand what do you mean by debtors as well as what do you mean by creditors. Now, for example, I purchased, I am Mr. X and one more person is Mr. Y. Mr. X and Mr. Y. Now, Mr. X, he is the seller of furnitures. Who is the seller of furniture? Now, the furniture, so this is a furniture, the price is how much? 10,000. What is the price of the furniture? The price of the furniture is 10,000. Now, I am customer here. I purchased this furniture. He is very close to me. I told him, give me this furniture. The 10,000 will be paid tomorrow. Again, I'll repeat. I purchased this furniture for 10,000 and I promised him that I pay this 10,000 tomorrow. Then I am called as debtor and he is called as creditor. Clear? Yes. So, the person who has not yet paid money called as debtor. The person who has not yet received money is called as creditor. Hope you understood. Again, I'll repeat. I am the customer, he is a seller. I purchased furniture worth rupees 10,000. He is very close to me. I promised him that this 10,000 I'll pay it tomorrow. Until tomorrow, I am called as debtor. He is called as creditor. Creditor means the person who has to receive money. Debtor means the person who has to pay money. Clear? This is all about debtors and creditors. Next one is profit and loss account. It is a separate statement of account. Your total sales is around 10,000 and your total expenses around 8,000. This 2,000 we call it as profit. Your sales is 10,000, your expenses are 8,000. So what is your profit? 2,000. Same thing. Your income is 10,000. Your expenses are 18,000. So your expenses are more than your income. Then whatever 8,000 we have, we call it as loss. Clear? So what do you mean by profit and loss? Profit means if your income is more, expenditure is less, that is profit. If your income is less and expenditure is more, that is called as loss. Next, the last thing is sales and purchases. Easy to understand. You are running a business. If you are giving your goods for money, that is sales. You are a customer, you are purchasing something, that is called purchase. You are collecting or receiving goods, that is called as purchase. Simple. You will not get questions on these things. You will get questions only on debtors and creditors, capital, drawing, assets. On those things, you will get question for 1 marks. The last slide on gain and losses, loans as well as reserves. I go with reserves, then I'll go for loans, then finally we'll go for gain and losses. Reserves. What do you mean by reserves? Under reserves, we have many types, like you have capital reserve, you have general reserve. Now, first we'll understand these two, capital reserve as well as general reserve. Before that, we will understand what do you mean by reserve. Now, for example, you are running a vehicle. The complete fuel tank is around 13 liters. What is the fuel tank of a bike? It is around 13 liters. Now, in this, first 2 liters we call it as reserve, means minimum you must have around 2 liters of fuel. If you have 5 liters of fuel, means out of 5, after 3 liters, for the last 2 liters, you will get a small hint that your fuel is less. So that we call it as reserve. If you are running 4-wheeler, in the 4-wheeler, if anything which is less than 5 liters, you will get a pop-up message like your fuel is less. Please refill your fuel. That is called reserve. In your accounting term, what is reserve? Reserve means your profit is around how much? 50,000. Out of 50,000 profit, you cannot spend complete 50,000. In this, you may spend up to 45,000. Balance 5,000, you will keep it for some emergency. If you have 50,000 money, out of that, 45,000 you spend and balance 5,000 you keep it for emergency. This 5,000 we call it as reserves. Now, in reserve you have two types, major thing, capital reserve as well as general reserve. What do you mean by capital reserve? Capital reserve means which are used for specific purpose, like purchase of your assets, like those are called as capital reserve, which are kept for specific reason, we call it as capital reserve. This reserve can be used only for the purpose of purchase of capital items. Now, what do you mean by general reserve? This amount can be used for anything. That is general reserve. I'll give you a simple example. Your salary is around 10,000. Out of 10,000, 5,000 you'll keep it for your rent. And balance 5,000 as general purpose. Now, in this, first 5,000 will go to what? It is only goes for rent. Now, the balance 5,000, it can be used for anything. It may be used for your grocery. It may be used for your food expenses. It may be used for some fees or some other expenses. Why? Because this 5,000 is not specifically used, or this 5,000 is not specifically kept for some reason, but this 5,000 is specifically kept for what? Rent purpose. So this we call it as capital reserve or specified reserve, and this we call it as general reserve. Clear? Now your reserves are done. Next, loans. Under loans, we will get two kinds of loan, short term as well as long term. Anything which is for less than 1 year, we call it as short term loans. Loans means you borrowed from outsiders. Now, Long-term loans, anything which is beyond 1 year, we call it as long-term loans. Now, the last one, gain and losses. Other than your business, for example, your business is furniture shop. Other than furniture, if you are selling your mobile, if you are selling your motor car, in that your mobile price is 10,000, you are selling your mobile for 12,000, the excess of 2,000, we call it as gain. This is not your income. Why? Because your profession is not selling mobiles. Your profession is selling of furniture. If you sell furniture, if you get money, that is your revenue or income. But other than furniture, if you are selling your mobile, means that is your personal income. That comes under gain. Next, losses. The same mobile, 10,000 worth mobile, you are selling for 7,000. That 3,000 we call it as losses. Clear? Yeah. So these all about your gain and losses, loans as well as reserves. So in today's session, we discussed all the basic terms like what do you mean by goodwill? What do you mean by drawings? What is profit and loss? What are debtors and creditors? What is assets as well as liabilities? What is debit and credit? What is sales and purchases? Each and everything we discussed in today's session. These things will come for 1 or 2 marks. You have to write just one line explanation as well as 1 or 2 examples for each concept. So we'll end this session with the saying that learn concept and earn marks. Thank you.